All right, let's get ready to rattle. 1 minute on the clock. Each team getting ready. JV girls volleyball. Got the Telluride Miners versus the Ignacio Bobcats here at Ignacio. Up serving first, it looks like it'll be Telluride number 26, Cassidy Atherton.
And there's the whistle. The first serve is no good. A point for Ignacio.
Not a very strong start for Telluride, but that'll be a point for Ignacio.
As we have number 8, Chris Adamos, up to serve for Ignacio Bobcats.
If Ignacio can keep this strategy up, it'll be a 25-0 game, but an early lead for Ignacio.
This Telluride tips off the bump and it goes out of bounds. Serve is good by Carissa. A little bit of a volley on the Telluride side, bumped up on by Ignacio. Carissa to Cosio. Cosio hits over and it is saved by number 3 on Telluride. Looks like it was going out of bounds, but she just felt the need to watch it a little bit, and then I guess thought it was in, so she went for the hit. Kind of hesitated on that one a little bit. Resulted in a point. Again, the serve is good, clean over the net. Volleyed around a little bit, then bumped back over.
That one again looked like it was out of bounds, but saved by number 3 again. And Soli just smacks it over. I'm telling you, she's probably the strongest spiker in the world. And it's a point for Ignacio as number 3 almost gets knocked down by one of her smites of God. And it looks like Telluride will be hitting it over without any sort of setup, while Ignacio chooses to have
number 7, Alexis Ortiz, to spike it over. Again, returned right back. Olivia Howe sends it back over with a nice bump. A little bit of a volleying around on the Telluride side. Chris Adamos bumps up into the air. Cosio to hit it over. Cosio hits it over well. And then number 3 on Telluride just bumps it out of bounds a little bit. Nobody there to recover it and get it back over.
Looks like we have a pretty nice lead. Looks
5
like Ignacio.
to 0. Ignacio up by 5.
Hits it straight to the middle of the court, and it looks like it rolls off the net as they hit it back. And Telluride seems to be setting it, but that's a point for Ignacio as she holds it or carries.
Maybe a double hit, maybe?
Double hit, maybe. Still on this serving spree is Ignacio. Telluride sets it up for a spike, but just taps it over.
Yolanda Howe bumps it right back on over. Set up again by the Miners. Miners swing over. Yolanda Howe barely tips it off her fist. Gets enough up into the air for Cosillo to hit it over. Just tipped it and then blocked by Cosillo, which will result in a point for Ignacio.
Very good block by number 18 and number 9 on Ignacio. Yolanda Howell and Soli Cosillo. Up on early lead here, 7-0. Ignacio's winning. Telluride's gonna have to make back some points here after this timeout.
Serve is good by Chris Adamas again. That is like the 5th serve of the game. And just a little bit miscommunication between Alexis Ortiz and Emily Cundiff. Kind of just didn't know who was going for it. Looked like nobody called it. Just kind of waiting for someone to get it, and nobody there.
Now up
Nobody there to
serving
get it. Nobody else there to get it. Just them.
Now up serving is number 6 for Telluride. Brian Geiger. Hits it over. The serve is good. And it looks like Ignacio hits it back over. And a little bit of a return, but Ignacio wasn't able to get good contact out of that one. And it just kind of rolls onto the floor. That'll be the 2nd point for Telluride. Hits it over. It's good. And it looks like they set up and spike by Soli Cosillo. Or they spike it back, and it looks like Ignacio will just return. And that one will look like it was...
Okay, and bounced off number 3 in the very back row of Telluride. Looks like... Yeah, she's just been kind of hesitating on those far back shots, not knowing if they're going out or not. Looks like that one just kind of just bounced off the wrong way.
Now serving is number 18,
again,
Soli Cosillo.
Just bouncing off that outside of the forearm. Looks like we have a rotation on Telluride's side. Number 2 is checking in for number 3.
And the serve is good. Hit straight to number 12 on Telluride, where they set up where she spikes it over. And Ignacio, nobody came for the ball, so it looks like number 5 had to scramble all the way from the other side of the floor, but it was too late at that point and hits it in the net. Point is for Telluride. 9-3 now. It's a good serve, straight to Alexis Ortiz. They set it over, a little bit of trickery. That one looked like it was a good sub-out, just right in the back corner. But Alexis Ortiz makes bad contact on that ball, and it just kind of sadly goes to the floor. Now serving for for Telluride is number 14. And it's into the net. That's the 2nd net serve we've seen today by Telluride. Ignacio's been doing pretty good on these serves in this early
number
game.
17, Gonzalez up to serve for the Bobcats. Serve is good. From the left side of the court. Again, they're volleying it around, kind of get that spike off. Hits the roof on Ignacio's side and nobody there to react quick enough.
Up serving for Telluride is number 21, Tatum Tice. Serves it, it's good. Yana Howell hits it and sets it back over right in the middle. Nobody's there. It's 11-5 now. And it looks like Ilona Howell will now be serving. Hits it over, straight to number 26. They set it up for a spike, but it's a little bit short.
Just from middle of the Telluride's court. Serve is clear over the net to the other side of the court. A little volleying on the Telluride side. Kind of spiked to the middle. Carissa Adamos picks it up and goes out of bounds off Carissa. And nobody quick enough to get to the ball and put it back into play. So that is point for Telluride. Number 12 up to serve for Telluride again. Serve is good right over the net to Vanessa Gonzalez. Bumps it up to the front of the net and nobody there to kick it. It looks like Emily Cundiff was supposed to be in that spot. She kind of just dropped back a little bit, trying to help or something, and just wasn't there for that hit. That's hit up. Serve is into the net. No good. Goes into the net again for Telluride. 13-7. Ignacio up by 6.
Now up serving is number 10 for Ignacio, Emily Cundiff, starting from the back. Very powerful serve, but a little bit inaccurate as it goes out of bounds. And it's Telluride's ball now. Now not even doubling Telluride's score. Ignacio is only up by 5. Up serving is number 3. Serve is good, straight to him, to Ilona Howell, where Ignacio hits it back over, and nobody's there. There's 3 people there, actually. It's just that nobody went for it. Nobody made good contact. Looked like they were all trying to have the other person set it, but nobody did. That'll be number 7 serving, Alexis Ortiz. Sets it up, a good serve straight to the middle where they set it up for a spike. Number 14 tries to spike it, but it doesn't look like she kind of got solid contact at that, as it looked like more of a pass to the net judge or whatever he's called. Hits it over right into the middle. Nobody's there. Number 6 looks like she was supposed to be there, but kind of got out of the way for setup, leaving the back row person to run towards them.
A little bit of volleying around. Hits it over. Soli Cosillo for the spike right as it goes over to the Ignacio Bobcat side of the court, and she scores a point off that. Looks like they weren't expecting it to come right back. Probably weren't ready at the time. Ortiz again in the for the Ignacio Bobcats serving. Serve goes over the net. A little bit of volleying on the Telluride side. Blocked. The spike is blocked by Soli Cosillo. Number 14 went up for the spike, and Soli Cosillo was there and just blocked it like she's been doing in past few volleys. Serve is good. Almost looked like out of bounds again. Soli Cosillo just putting the hammer down and scoring almost every single time off those.
Absolute unit on the floor. Soli Cosillo just blocking and spiking everything down. Looks like
again. Looks like Vanessa Gonzalez was that one, kind of bowling up, kind of almost really close to the middle of the net. She kind of just went for it before the other team did and got the point off of it. 20-8, Ignacio up by 12.
Now set up and spiked, but barely over where
Barely bounces over. Soli Cosillo there to send it right back to them. Number 10, Emily Cundiff sets to
good
Vanessa,
spike.
lets the hammer down. Carissa Rocha Adamas with the setup on that one. A little bit of volleying on the Telluride side again. Some more bumping it around. On the Ignacio side again, Vanessa Gonzalez goes up to spike it. Spike is returned right back, a volleying. Then the spike by Emily Cundiff comes up short, and 21-9. Ignacio up. Number 26 for Telluride up to serve.
Cassidy Atherton.
Serve is no good. It looks like.
Looks
Like it was really short on the net. Actually, hit one of her teammates.
Kind of hit her in the hands. Kind of looked like a pass, but now serving is number 8, Carissa Rocha-Adamus. Spike is also into the net. Man, this net isn't letting anything through.
Looks like we're having a quick rotation. Checking in number 5, Lauren DeCave for number 8, Carissa Rocha-Adamus. Up to serve is number 6 for the Telluride Miners.
Serve is good,
just short of
right
the
over
net,
the net.
right in the middle where nobody was at for Ignacio.
And the mortar.
Serve is short. It looks like Telluride just cannot seem to get the serve over. It's been a few times they've done that. 23-11.
Now serving number 18, Soli Cosillo. Very powerful arm.
Gets it over the net just fine. Again, a little bit of volleying on the Telluride Miners. Goes into the net on that one. Looks like 14 went for the save and just wasn't there quick enough. Kind of a bad off the net set by number 26. Again, Cosillo hits over. Oh, number 3 for the Sanus looks right through her fingers and goes out of bounds. That is first game of the Ignacio Bobcats and the Telluride Miners. Ignacio coming out with that win.
So now we have a special guest appearance. The man, the myth, the legend, professional volleyball player and volleyball enthusiast, Ignacio superfan. We got Bryce Finn. So what do you want to say, Bryce?
Oh, well, how's it going, Dylan?
Pretty good, actually. I mean, just this fine afternoon, very hot out. If you forget to bring your sunscreen, I mean, you might get severe third-degree burns or even skin cancer if you're unlucky. But anyways, very game kind of going on. 25-11 in the first game. Was not looking too good for Telluride. If Telluride can't make a comeback, it'll be over in the second round. So how do you feel about this matchup? Do you think it's fair or?
So far today it seems like a pretty Bobcat heavy offensive attack.
Yeah, just Soli Cosillo, absolute mighty arm. I'm pretty sure she stole that arm from Zeus himself after throwing the lightning bolts. But anyways, it kind of looked like she was throwing lightning bolts at them after she just blocked down and took down all of their shots like an anti-aircraft cannon. So, yeah, right now I think the strongest player on the floor is Soli Cosillo, as she just has the size and height more and strength more than everybody out there. And a lot of their Telluride serves have been going into the net. So how do you feel that Telluride could pick up this second game and pull out with a win?
You know, a major thing when it comes to volleyball is getting a good serve. And these Telluride Miners have been hitting it straight into the middle of the net multiple times today.
Yeah, like as I was seeing, it looks like Ignacio was just trolling along and Telluride was just sending fish straight into the net to be caught and cooked up later at East by Southwest. But anyways, Telluride needs to give these serves over the net. So 36 seconds left in this in-between time, and Ignacio needs to pull out the victory for this game to win.
Yeah, they win this set, it's over. They're going to get the 2-game sweep, and they're going to go about their day happy.
So, anyways, here's Gabriel Cockroach on the mic again.
Lovely day out here, isn't it, Gabe?
Yes, it is. Very
Great day
sunny.
for Bobcat volleyball.
Returning to the floor, we have the Telluride Miners. Looks like up to serve for Ignacio, number 5, Lauren Decay. Let's see if Sully can come back strong again, keep that momentum that they got, and see if Telluride can react, kind of pull themselves together, clean their serves up a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, Gabe, I think Sully's having the game of her life so far. She's been responsible for most of the Bobcat points on those heavy, hard spikes.
Yeah, she has always been at the net this pretty much the whole time, and when she got to the serving line, she made it count, didn't really mess up that much.
Here we are, set up to start the second set.
Serve is good by Lauren Decay. Again, into the net by Telluride Miners. Off the 2 hits. Number 2 just bumps it right into the net.
Well, guys, thanks for having me on. I'm going to go ahead and pass this back off to Dylan McCaw.
And welcome back. Now 1-1. It looks like Ignacio doesn't have as much of a lead this game. Now up serving number 6 for Telluride. Serve is good, straight to Yolanda Howell, where Lauren Decay sets it up for Vanessa, but not quite high enough for a spike. And Telluride sends it back over with a very lofty spike. Looks like it was going to be out of bounds, but just barely.
Lauren Decay tipped right to the center. Nice play by her. Kind of, Telluride was expecting setup for the spike, kind of getting ready, but Lauren Decay just pulled a quick one and shot it right to the middle off that set. For the Bobcats, we have the libero, number 3, Casey Brown.
And the barrel sends it over. Very nice serve right over the net. And it looks like they set up for a spike, but that was way out of bounds, but saved by number 17, Vanessa.
Saved, well, I guess, kind of tipped it out of bounds, yeah. Saved, she kind of just hucked it down, kind of watched it go out of bounds, and didn't know if it was going out or not, kind of decided last minute to hit it. Number 2 for Telluride Miners hitting over. Hit is short again. Just seeing a little bit of replays from the last game over here. Still just hitting just short of the net. For the Ignacio Bobcats, we have number 17, Vanessa Gonzalez, warming up for her serve. Serve goes straight over the net. Oh, it looks like a little bit of a volley gone wrong on the Telluride Miners. Number 2 kind of just absorbed the hit, but not enough to where it just shot up, hit the ceiling, and came right back down pretty hard. Nobody was there to pick it up. Again, Vanessa sends that ball flying over the net with a good serve. Number 21 spikes it over. A little bit of a volley on the National Bobcats. Number 6 for Telluride Miners in the back, kind of just messing up on that bump.
Way to the cameraman. Looks like it almost knocked over the camera. Looks like that'll be Ignacio's point, 5-2 now. Very close game at the beginning, but Ignacio seems to be pulling out just a little 3-point lead here. Serve is good, straight to the back row. Telluride hits it back over. Lauren Decay sets it up for a spike. Alexis Ortiz hits it, and it looks like the point is good. Number 2 tries to hit the ball back, but
tips it off out of bounds. Looks like a timeout for Telluride Miners. That is their last timeout. Looks like 6-2. Ignacio up by 4.
Serving is number 17, Vanessa Gonzalez. Hits it over right to number 10. Set up for a spike. Not a very hard spike, but it makes it over and it's good positioning. They send it right back over to number 6. And right in the middle where nobody is, a good point for Telluride.
Whole team collapse, it looks like, on that one. Casey Brown was the one who slid into the middle. Kind of just got there a little bit late, didn't get a nice solid bounce off the top of her wrist. Number 21, again, serving for the Miners. A little bit of volley around, good volley going here. We got a set over by number 10, straight to the Bobcats. DK sets it up for Emily Cundiff. Emily Cundiff sends it back over, takes advantage of it. And looks like the Miners have a little mess up and send it out of bounds towards the net ref.
Serving now for Ignacio's number 9, Yana Howell.
Yolanda House sends it right over the net to number 26. Looks like a little bit of hitting around again, straight to the middle. Casey Brown goes for that dive.
Up serving for Telluride is number 10. Send it right to the libero, and it looks like this hit was just short of the net. Kind of doesn't make it over.
Yeah, kind of thought Telluride was gonna go up for that one and hit it, but just comes up short of the net on the Ignacio side. 7-5. Ignacio up by 2. Looks like Emily Cundiff, number 10, up to serve for Ignacio Bobcats.
Here we got number 10, Emily Cundiff, up for the serve for the Bobcats. Number 12 checking in for number 2 on the Telluride Miners. Up with the serve, number 12 hits it. 6 gets to it, and 12 can't quite get back to it. So that is going to be a point for the Bobcats. And another serve for Emily Cundiff.
Ignacio is doing very good today. They're having a lot of strong plays and good hits. Be serving again. Back from the deep downtown Durango. It's
on the block by Soliko, just like as you've seen in the early volleys around. She's still playing strong this game. She's going to continue to lay the spikes down and just go up for every time. Go up for those blocks.
Vanessa Gonzalez with the hit. Oh, Sully!
Again, another spike, resulting in 4 hits for the Ignacio Miners, and Ignacio's going to walk away with that point again. Emily Cundiff, number 10, serving from way downtown behind the out-of-bounds line on the basketball court, way back with that powerful arm. Looks like number 12 is not able to get that in the air. Number 10 struggling to recover that, make up for that mistake. And again, Emily Cundiff sending a fireball over to the other side.
And it looks like that will be quite a good serve, as it looks like not a good serve actually, because that's Telluride's point. Now up serving is number 14 for Telluride, Rosalind Homer. Hits it over. It's a good serve. Hit straight to number 10, Emily Cundiff. They spike it over straight to 21, and they set it up for another spike. Telluride hits it over where Ignacio sends a very hard one.
Oh, I would just like to say right there, Dylan, that is great work of using the net to your advantage. Bobcats out here doing a good job of that today.
Very good job today, just hitting it straight over the net. Looks like Telluride wasn't expecting that one at all. Now serving number 7, Alexis Ortiz.
Dylan, as we talk about that net stuff, do you think that sometimes players will use the net intentionally for their advantage?
Oh, definitely, especially in the higher league games and more competition. People will just purposely try to send it straight, like right, barely skimming the top of the net to kind of throw off other people.
You know, in my days of playing, it's usually been one of the hardest things to get over, the way the ball hits the net. And
Yeah.
how to react to that is a very difficult thing.
There, I can see how it's hard to react because you don't have very much time before the ball goes to the ground. Plus, all the confusion of the net and the ball.
Yeah, and sometimes whenever it hits the net, it spins really awkwardly. It makes it kind of hard.
Yeah, it's kind of like a slippery fish, some would say. When you put a fish in the oven, you don't expect it to come out, but sometimes it just does.
Well, Dylan, I love your fish analogy. Sorry, it kind of chuckled me up a little bit because I think that's kind of a crazy perspective.
Yeah. So now up serving is number 26 for Telluride.
26 with the serve. Alexis Ortiz on the hit and the set to Vanessa Gonzalez. That's a tough ball to play. And the serve for Lauren Decay, number 5.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
that is a short serve into the red, holding up the net.
Almost looked like it hit the post over, would have been major damage.
I don't think you did quite major damage, Dylan. Maybe a little dent or something.
But for sure, if Soli served that one, that would have sent the net flying over to the other side of the floor. Serve is good.
The ball is hit back under the net by Alexis Ortiz.
Very hard to hit back over when you're just short.
6 for Telluride on the serve. Alexis Ortiz again with the hit. Lauren Decay for the set. And Vanessa with the hit. And it is to Telluride 6 volleying. We got a good little volley going here, Dylan.
Yeah, and very
Vanessa
strong
with a
spike.
solid spike.
Very hard hit. Almost matched the intensity of Soli's hits. And it looks like they're just able to do nothing about it as it bounced off their arms. Would have probably been recoverable if it was less hard. But now serving is number 3, Casey Brown.
As you can see on that serve, the ball didn't have much spin. It was kind of a floater. I don't know if she was going, if that's like a certain type of hit where it's not really spinning and going in a certain direction. It just kind of floats all over the place. Just getting it over that net.
Kind of like a knuckleball. They just kind of want to get some swerving going on the ball.
Kind of throw the opponents off on that serve. For Telluride Miners, we have number 12 up to serve.
Looks like number 12 will be serving Thea Rommel.
Thea Rommel serving the ball up. That is a great short serve by her.
Very good as
Ball hit her right in the fingertips, and that's a hard play to make.
Yeah, I agree. Especially when it hits you on the forearms, that speed, it might hurt a little bit.
Potentially cause serious damage.
Yeah, serious forearm damage. Now, looks like Ignacio doesn't set that one up and just hits it over while Telluride sets up a serve right over the net. And they send it back over. 21 sets it up for a spike, and it's very short. Hits the net.
It seems like it's been a little bit of a theme for Telluride tonight, huh, Dylan?
Yeah, I mean,
A few short hits into the net.
if we were playing basketball, they would get all swishes. Number 17 hits it over, straight to 12.
Again,
Hits her
just Telluride hitting it into the net, resulting in a lot of points for Ignacio. Again, if they can minimize those serves going into the net, it would be last game could have been a lot different score. Maybe even a win for Telluride if they clean that up a little bit. Again, the nice strong serve by Telluride in the front. Again, Casey Brown sends it back over. Just a tip on over by Telluride. Decay just bumps it on over right into the middle of all the Telluride players. Nobody jumped there to get it. Nobody kind of just watched it and know who's going for it. I don't think anybody called it out or anything.
22-11 now. Ignacio might pull out this lead.
Tonight we got a little bit of a score update from the C team game over in the Ox Gym. The score over there is 15 Ignacio LadyCats to 14 Telluride Lady Miners.
Just a little tip over by number 14, kind of volleying around on Ignacio's side. Emily Cundiff.
What we
with
got
the
there,
fourth
Gabe?
hit,
Was that a
just
little
good.
net violation?
I think they hit it 4 times.
Yeah, it was
Oh, okay.
4 times hit.
I missed that.
Emily Cundiff.
Telluride with the serve. High
Nice
ball,
serve.
Vanessa on the set. Ooh.
Kind of right above a net once again. Just kind of hard to make that call, whether to go for it or if it's going on the other side. Kind of, you either wait for the other team to try to tip it over, or because you just got to watch out for that net violation.
Gotta have very good foresight to see where that's going to be. It might just be barely over the net or barely under it, so it's kind of a hard hit to make. And right in the back corner, very good.
By Ilana Howe.
That is
to the
called
deep
calling
corner.
your shot, hitting it right in that corner. No one else could get it.
That would have been a hole-in-one if they were playing golf.
Just kind of, yeah, just kind of looking at, trying to see the open spots on the court, see where people are, see where people aren't. Picking what you want. Just get it right there, kind of right inside the inbounds of that corner. It's a really tough spot to guard.
You know what I was just thinking, Dylan? You can kind of compare a hit like that to a bunt in baseball.
Exactly, a burning baseball. How?
No, not a burning baseball, bunting a baseball.
Oh, yeah.
When you bunt a baseball, you're looking to move your runners from scoring position, and you want to hit it right into a spot that makes the ball hard to play for the other team.
Or you could compare it to a home run, just hits it straight out of the reach of anybody. Yeah, either one of those, really.
Or even like a touchdown. You place the ball right where you want your receiver to catch it.
Yeah. And now 23-13, Ignacio up by 10. Only need 2 more points to pull this game out.
What do you think, Dylan? Do you think they're going to secure this victory?
Yeah, I think so. It's going to take a miracle for Telluride to pull this one off. And
with a start like that, if miracles can happen.
It's possible. I mean, Jesus could turn a fish into like.
He should be reborn again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Easter Sunday.
Exactly. Risen from the grave, Jesus will prosper once again on Easter Sunday. Hits it over, a good serve, and it's out of bounds. Looks like a 2-point spree for Telluride. As you can see, the varsity getting ready for the next game. Serve is good, straight over the net, right, just barely over the net, right in the blind spot of them. Looks like that'll be a point for Telluride now on a 3-point spree. Doing very good.
Yeah, this is how you come back and win the game. You get on a little 3-0 run here, and you just got to keep serving well.
Yeah, don't hit it in the net. And it looks like the serve would not hit the net right in the middle. They set it up for a spike. Emily Cundiff sends it over. And it looks like barely Telluride was able to save that one as Alexis Ortiz spikes it right in the net.
See what we're seeing here, Dylan, is Ignacio is kind of getting a little lackadaisical.
Yeah.
They had that 10-point lead, and now it's only dwindled down to 6.
Exactly. I mean, they were doing good. It's just that I think they let their lead go because they were getting a little bit too confident, and they're just relaxing a little bit because they're thinking they were going to win this game.
Yeah, you got to just stay
I
focused.
completely understand that. That is another point by the Telluride Miners.
Now only with a 5-point lead.
2 points to go. If Ignacio can get the serve back on their side, they just gotta stay focused. Gotta know what they gotta do. Kind of just do what Ilana Howe did on that one spike. Just kind of see the court, see where people are, find that open spot on the spike.
See if Telluride can pull this off somehow. They only need 7 points to win, while Ignacio needs 2.
Well, Dylan, the Telluride Miners have some momentum right now. They've been getting their serves over. It is their serve right now. It looks like number 10 up to serve for Telluride Miners.
I think part of this reason is because Soli Cosillo isn't there to block all the things that come over the net. Number 10 hits it over.
It is, actually, Soli is on the bench, and it looks like Ignacio is gonna take that point, and it is gonna be their serve for game point. Soli rotates in for number 3 Casey Brown, and we have Emily Cundiff up to hit. Again, Dylan, as you can see, she serves from way back behind the line and just
like
sends one smoking on over you.
Looks like the fat lady might be singing here, might be all over. As Soli
Again,
spikes it
Soli
over the
Ooh,
hand
and
of
it is
God.
And it is out.
And
It looked like the ball might have been tipped there, Gabe. What do
Yeah.
you think?
yeah, kind of looked like a tip on Telluride's side. I guess they went up to block and just I guess the ref didn't see it.
I definitely saw a tip. It might have just been the net hitting it weirdly, but Soli will be spiking it over again.
Again,
And it doesn't even matter.
To secure to
It
win.
doesn't even matter. She made it up for it on the next play. She didn't allow no calls to lose the game for him. And Bobcats pulled it out here with a 6-point victory.
Very good comeback by Telluride. Used to be down by 10.
Yes, they kind of cleaned up their serve game a little bit. Got some points. Got to see what it looked like when they cleaned that up. Had that momentum for a little bit, and then Ignacio scored, and it was 24. It was 24 game point, and they just Soli just secured that win with the heavy spike as she's been doing all game.
Yeah, you gotta give Telluride credit for that push they had there at the end of the game. You know, they came back from down 10 to only down 5 points there at the end, and it's good hustle from them.
Yeah, if they played like that the whole game, they might have been able to pull that one out, but looks like the varsity will be playing now 20 minutes to the game. And it looks like Bryce is going to go talk to Joel.
Thank you, all fans of Ignacio and Telluride, for joining Ignacio Activities Network for this JV game. The Ignacio LadyCats win 2-0 set final. We have the LadyCats varsity facing off against the Telluride varsity in about 20 minutes or so check back on the Ignacio Activities Network for that game.